Alright, good day everyone and welcome to this particular video. In this particular video, you're going to learn how to write better tweets on X and build a strong brand. Hi, my name is Chuma Kandubisi and on this channel, I teach people how to quadruple their finances and scale their business. So if any of this interests you, feel free to click on the plus sign button to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share your thoughts on what you think about this video in the comment section, and of course share this video to help someone out there. Now, inviting a better tweet, it actually depends on your niche. It actually depends on what you want to talk about because there are different kind of contents. Okay, there are motivational content, educational content, thought-provoking content, inspirational content, personal story content. So you need to ask yourself, what is the kind of content I want to tweet about? That's that one aside. Now, the next thing you also want to ask yourself is how many content, how many tweets do you want to be dropping in a day? It is very important. Right now on X, it is not a platform where you want to do maybe one or two. And I'm not saying you cannot start with one or two contents, but at least like up your game. You understand? You can't just do um two or drop one post per day. If you're a newbie and you're just entering X, you can be dropping one. But after 30 days, I would advise you to up your game. It's very, very important. Okay. Now, moving on to the kind of tweets you want to drop. The first thing you want to do if you're a newbie on X looking to better their tweet is to have at least 10 accounts you are following that is under your niche. Now, I'll give you an instance. Let's say if you're in the make money online niche and under that make money online niche, there are people who are into crypto, there are people who are into forex, there are people who are into graphic designing, video editing, advertising, Google ad, all those things. There are people who are into those things and you're now following them. Then let's say you personally, you're a video editor, you niche down to a video editor, but all of you are all in the make money online niche. Okay, now, what you're going to do is you're going to study how those people are dropping their content. Because if you are in the make money online niche, you understand that these people are not dropping content for cruise. There is a side of X where people, drop content for cruise, they drag people, they drop gist, they argue, then banter, all these unnecessary things. Okay. Now, if you're looking for crazy and quick rich views, all those kind of stuff, you can venture into that one. But if you're looking to build a brand, a strong brand on X, and you're also looking to better your tweets, okay, you need to know your niche. And if your niche falls under the make money online niche, you need to try your best as much as possible to avoid bantering words, arguing, dragging. You need to avoid doing all those things because it will even make the client that would want to work with you to run away from you. That's what it end up doing. You need to focus on being creative. You need to focus on being attentive to your environment. You need to focus on what your audience are asking you, like questions they ask you. You also need to focus on the comments those people drop on your post, and you need to focus on the 10 persons you are already following and you are studying. These are the 5 areas I'll advise you to focus on. Okay, now why do I say so? The people you are following or those 10 people you are looking to model from are already in the make money online age. So you see how they drop their posts. Some of them drop motivation, then they drop behind the scenes of maybe their graphic design journey. Meanwhile, some of them would drop their personal story and drop maybe the challenge they face. It could be, oh, I faced this network issue. It could be, I woke up today, I didn't have the zeal, but this was what I did. I did A and I did B and I did C, and I was now finally able to, start my day. You understand? So when you study those kind of people, you begin to see that the kind of content they drop is different, and that is how to build a brand. It's not about rushing to go and hit impression, likes, all those stuff. It's not about that. I mean, that is like an extra. It's like an icing on top of a cake. Okay, it's like sprinkling, things on top an ice cream. That does not make the cake. That does not make the ice cream. All right. You want to build a long-term brand, and it can be difficult because when you see those kind of content, you are tempted to maybe put your words or banter with them or drag them, but try your best to compose yourself and focus on this line of content, because it will help you build your brand, it will help you build authenticity, it will help you build trust, and people will genuinely like and want to do business with you. That's how you're going to go. That's how you're going to scale. It is very, very important. Okay. Now, in terms of focusing on what the question people are asking you is easy. Like if you have started dropping content and let's say for example you are in the video editing niche, people will start asking you, oh, I don't really know, I don't know so much about video editing, but I know that some persons can start asking you, do you do long form video editing, do you do short form video editing, what's your editing style, stuff like this. So you can use those things to create content. Okay, the good news is you don't have to create content from the top of your head. You can make use of ChatGPT and tell Chat that, okay, I want you to generate a content for me that feels human and emotional at the same time. And I want you to generate a content that I want to post on my X. Do not make it too long, do not make it too short, make it moderate, make it educational. And what is the title? The title is going to be on if I accept video long form video editing gig. If your answer is no, you add no with your reasons. So what Chat will do is Chat will like organize a script that looks human enough and that conveys your answer. Okay, and also put in more effort on why you say no, because you can just say no and people will be like, oh, maybe it's because this person is feeling too big. But you could say, okay, no, I don't take long form video editing gig because I love editing short form. I am more good at short form. My B-rolls, my skills, my coach, my courses I've bought is only on short form. Things like this. And it will help you stand out, because that is like an awareness content, which is also a kind of educational content. Okay. Now, in terms of writing a personal story, I'm going to drop for you screenshot of what some personal stories will be like. Mostly, these personal stories, you're going to like find them more on LinkedIn. Okay, so you can open a LinkedIn account to gain inspiration. This is just where people are writing about their day, what happened. You'll still find it on X, but mostly X is more of like short tweets, and they are also more of like, let me just drop something short, something simple. But you find it on X, not all the time, like once in a while. Okay, but on LinkedIn you mostly see it. I'll drop samples of like personal stories. Just it's simple. Personal stories is like talking about your wins, your fails, your struggle, the journey, um your maybe behind the scene. If you're a video editor, like what the behind the scene looks like. These are the things you want. Like you want to try your best to be as real as possible so that you can build your KLT factor. And what is that? Your know, like, and trust. It is very important. It's not just about knowing how to tweet, it's about building your brand. Okay, so that when you drop valuable content, people follow you, people trust you already, people will not doubt whatever you are saying. All right. Now, another thing I want you to focus more on is on the comments under your post. People underestimate this part and thereby they say, oh, I have content, what's it called? I have content scarcity. There's nothing like content scarcity. You can never be scarce of content to create. There are some persons who would comment under your post. That post they commented under, what is it talking about? And they can even write another, like for example, the post can be on a personal story on how you weren't feeling like creating or editing video, but you are able to edit the video because you had to pray first and then you had to rest for like an hour and then remember your why and then you sit up and then you start. Okay, now somebody in the comment section can drop a comment like, oh, something like this happened to me, but I'm glad I set a timer so that I will be distracted, and then after the timer was done ringing, I also set another alarm to remind me to sit up and start doing my work. Now you can use that content alone and restructure another post. Like I might be saying this and it will sound like funny, but with time, because you're creating content for long, so you will have to get content from everywhere. Some persons will also DM you and you can use that as a content. Maybe they'll ask you how much is your editing fee. You use it to create content. So content is not hard actually. It just depends on the angle you are looking at it from. Okay. Now it is very important for you to model from those people, those 10 persons that you are looking up to, because they are also going to be the people that will drop the various kind of kind of tweets and content that I've been talking about, like motivational, inspirational, so many things. So you can study them, engage with their content, study them, and then see how they are dropping their content. Are they dropping motivational content first, and then maybe in the afternoon they get to drop a personal story, and then in the evening they get to drop a thought provoking, or like how are they doing it? With that you can now like replicate and then find a structure that suits you well. So it's not just about like writing your tweets, okay? It's about actually knowing what that tweet will stand for. And the most important thing again is knowing your audience, because when you know your audience, you will now know, okay, does my audience love personal stories, or they love thought provoking, or do they love educational stories, or they love motivation? Mostly on X, what you see is motivation and inspiration, and even personal stories tends up ending, like it tends up to end as a motivation or inspiration, okay? Except maybe you're writing your fail, or you're writing your struggle, or you're writing your crash out day. Anything is content. That's one thing I want you to understand. Anything is content, and you can turn that content into a tweet. All right. Do well to like this video and share this video to help someone out there. Also, click on the plus sign button to join this family, and of course share your thought on what you think about this video in the comment section. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.